Okay, this is a quick review of your special right triangle relationships that you sort of figured out by discovery, but I want to make sure you really know them. So grab a sheet of paper, grab a note card, something, and jot these down so you have them to go back to. Eventually you're going to have to memorize these. First special right triangle is our 45, 45, 90. So as soon as you see a right angle and then you see one 45-degree angle, you know, of course, that the other one is going to have to be 45 degrees because they have to sum to 90, the two acute angles. Okay, two things that we know about this triangle. We know it's isosceles because the angles are the same, two of them. So we do know that the legs are equal. And I'm jotting that down as a little note to myself because when I'm trying to find lengths, I'm always going to be given one length, and that's actually going to get you your second length. Is you're going to be asked to find one of the legs, given one, and it's just the same answer. Or you might be given the hypotenuse and have to find both legs. Well, once you find one, you know the other one. So I'm going to go ahead and put an x as my variable for my legs. Okay, you can use L, you can use whatever you want, but whatever one is, the other one is. And then the hypotenuse is that length times radical 2. And this is going to look familiar because remember you did that discovery and you did the Pythagorean theorem like 3 times and found every time whatever length you had for the leg, the hypotenuse was that times radical 2. I'm going to write a simple little equation here that's going to note that relationship that we just saw with the hypotenuse as leg times radical 2. Okay, you may or may not use that equation, but sometimes it's helpful if you get stuck solving one. Let's talk about the other triangle. Okay, so here on the right, now I see my other special right triangle is my 30, 60, 90. And if we know that one angle is 60 degrees, the complement of that is, of course, 30. So whichever one you know the other one. This one we do have two different leg lengths. So we're going to start by identifying that we do have a short leg and a long leg. And I'm going to go ahead and jot down that this one is going to be my short leg. Recall from our triangle inequality relationships that the short leg is always going to be across from the smaller angle, and therefore I'm going across from the 30 to get this as my shorter leg. And of course it looks like it, but don't be fooled by that. You can't go by necessarily assume that pictures are to scale. Across from the 60 then, my larger angle is going to be my longer leg for sure. So I do know that. And then I'm going to start by recognizing, I'm going to reference everything in terms of the short leg. So I'm going to call that one my x because we know that the hypotenuse is 2 times the short leg, whatever the short leg is. So as an equation, hypotenuse equals 2 times, I'm going to use SL for short leg. And then the long leg, you might remember there's a radical here, is the short leg times this time radical 3, not radical 2. So the long leg is the short leg times radical 3. Okay, now feel free to go ahead and try the problems on your worksheet. I'm going to go ahead and create another video and walk you through some of them. So if you want to give it a try, go for it. Keep these formulas handy. If you watch my other videos, I'm going to reference them.